They always cut my hair too short. There's no good barbers or hairstylists in my town. I never seem to get what I ask for. These are some of the most common concerns that I see when people are trying to find a new barber or hairstylist. If you're having these same issues, then this video is for you. My name is Joe Vinci and I've been a licensed barber for over 10 years. I've helped hundreds of clients find new barbers or hairstylists when they're moving across the country. And to be honest, it's not as hard as you think. Now before I show you this method, I'm going to give you a couple pointers. First, avoid large franchises. These types of businesses, to be specific. They may have a great marketing team and a great branding strategy, but when it comes to the quality of the haircuts coming out of these places, not that great. These places are focused on volume, not quality. What these places are doing is they're usually taking somebody that's right out of school and throwing them in there. So their skill level is probably not quite there yet. And once they get good, they're probably gonna leave there. So the chances of you finding a quality barber or hairstylist at a major franchise is pretty slim. You could ask friends and family for who they refer to you around town. That's another great way. But if you're moving to a new city or a new state or even a new country, this is not gonna work. You could also walk up to someone on the street and ask them where they got their haircut, but this might be a little bit awkward. Now the technique that I'm gonna show you today is on Instagram, but it could work just as well on Facebook. But it's a little easier on Instagram.
Okay everybody, so let's say you get this haircut here. This is a mid-skin fade with a scissor cut on top, beard trim, and let's say you're moving to Dallas, Texas. So first thing you're going to want to do is open up the Instagram app, go to the search engine. You're going to type in hashtag Dallas Barbers. That's very important. You want to do hashtag, and then you're going to go in there and you're going to search for haircut that looks similar to what you get. So right off the bat, this one stands out to me a little bit right here. I'm going to go and I'm going to look at his profile. I'm going to see if he has other haircuts similar to this, and I'm also going to make sure that he does scissor cuts as well. Okay, so right off the bat I can tell he specializes in fading for sure, and I see some longer hair, so he definitely knows how to do scissor cuts as well too. So what I'm going to do is I would highly recommend that you send them a message first and just make sure that they're available and they live in your town. And you could also go to their website too as well. Click their website, see if there's a booking link in there. Okay, now to find a hairstylist. So let's say you get this. This is a dimensional balayage with a haircut and a blow dry with curls, and let's say you're moving to Nashville, Tennessee. So once again, you're going to want to open up the Instagram app, go to the search engine, and you're going to want to type in hashtag Nashville hairstylist, and you're going to just look around and find something similar to what it is that you're looking for. So right off the bat, right at the top here, I can see that this is very similar. I'm going to go and I'm going to look at her profile once again. I'm going to see if she has styles that she replicates like in the photo and like what you want to get. And this is looking pretty good here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to her profile. This is very important as well, guys. When you go to the booking link in the bio, you're going to want to get the phone number and you have to call, because these types of appointments are going to range so much that only the hairstylist is going to be able to properly book you. So I highly recommend you call first.
So now that you guys have seen my technique to help you find a new barber or hairstylist, I feel like I have to share with you some of the common problems that you may have with your barber or hairstylist. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can deal with these issues. First one that is the most common is, will the barber or hairstylist consistently be on time? From what I've seen, it's pretty common for barbers and hairstylists to run behind. Now, if it's 3 to 4 minutes, it's not that big of a deal. But now if they're consistently 30, 45 minutes behind, this can definitely interfere with your day. So I want to give you 2 tips to help you specifically with this issue. But be aware, you may off a little bit. First one is, if you walk in and they tell you they're running late, you can tell them you don't have time to wait and then leave. So either the barber or hairstylist is going to feel really bad about this and try their best to not do it again in the future. Or they're going to be upset because now they're going to make less money because you left. Either way, this is really going to help resolve the problem. The other option is, if you don't mind being a little bit direct with them, you can tell them if they're going to continue to be this late, then you're not going to be able to come back to them. Another problem that you may find is their lack of consistency with the quality of haircuts. We tend to get very comfortable with our clients and we may miss over something that we didn't see. So if it's something that's fixable while you're still in the chair, don't be afraid to ask them before you're finished up. Most of the time, we will be able to do this for you. It doesn't hurt to just ask. Now, if it's another issue that you can't fix, like maybe the haircut was too short or the fade was too high, just remember for next time and tell them specifically what they did wrong before you start. Now moving forward, they're going to be very cautious to not make this mistake again. Now let's say that you found this barber or hairstylist that you like and you want to keep them happy and you want them to actually enjoy cutting your hair. The number one most important thing that you must never, ever do is no call, no show your barber or stylist. the most disrespectful thing that a client can do to us. You don't show up, we lose 100%. Now, if for some reason you can't make it in and you don't have time to cancel, what I recommend you do is first off apologize to them. You're not gonna like this, but you should definitely offer them some money. Because if we continue to get a client in our chair that no call, no shows us, we're gonna do anything that we can to make sure that this type of client is not in our schedule. And now the people living in the UK and Europe might not agree with this, but if you're living in America, you have to hear me out on this. You must tip your barber or hairstylist. Now you don't have to tip them 150%. You have to give them something though. A lot of barbers and hairstylists are on commission. Although your haircut may cost $50, they may only get 25 of it. Usually 20 to 30% is good. Trust me, I know a lot of barbers and hairstylists, and we will almost go out of our way to not let someone who doesn't tip get in our schedules. Hope this helped you guys out. If you need any more styling tips, guys, please hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell to be notified for when I drop new videos. Thanks for joining, guys. Don't forget to tip your barber or hairstylist.